Hello, hello. This is my second go at doing a haul video. There are enemies conspiring against me, mainly that I'm extremely tired. It's very easy to conceive that sitting on a coach for 5 hours, having an hour stopover in between, changing over, is all that. Sitting on a coach. It's just sitting on a coach. It requires no real effort or attention. Sitting on a coach for 5 hours when you've got a rampant hangover and all you really want to do is be asleep, but you can't sleep because in order to sleep on a coach you have to put your head so far back like this. Or lean your head against the glass so the coach moves and you just go... Haul video, yes! We're going to wander down my hall and see what pleasures and glories lie beside us. I've got to stop the voices, it's killing me. I'm not... I'm going to leave one special glorious little trinket to the end because I'm excited about it. We'll just go through. I'm going to be wandering up the other end of the bed because I've been spreading quite a lot. The first thing that I got, that I only got because the Mighty Melon wanted the other half because it was buy two and get them for a good price, so they ended up about £15 each. It's an Optimus Prime, but in bits. So it's just underneath. It's just like a Terminator-esque skeleton with the articulation, which is quite clever the way it works. Don't mind it. It looks like his arms are going to be on. Oh no, because the shoulders will move. It's just a skeleton, and then as you peel the layers back of the plastic, because it's all in different bits like that. I've set myself off to this side. I'm sort of stage right. So yeah, you can build him into a proto form, like when he kind of flies down from outer space. Are you the Tooth Fairy? Or you can peel bits off, and underneath there all is that Optimus Prime bit here. And I'm quite looking forward to that. As long as I've still got the instructions. R.I.D. Megatron! I don't know how this thing works. Apparently it's got 975 kajillion modes. All I know is he's got shiny bits all over him. He turns into a big dog with two heads, I think. I'm going to enjoy that mode. It's got a bit of a broken wing, which I might get a soldering iron and paint a little bit and just make it look like it's a bit of battle damage as opposed to just the broken part of a toy. It cost me £3. He has no bits with him whatsoever, so I'm hoping that in order for me to turn him into a mighty dog of justice, then we shall see. For £3, even if it's just a couple of hours good fun, it costs less than buying a pint at the bar, which means he was the right price. Transformers Universe Hound! I've been after a Hound for absolutely ages. He was one of the only ones that's been missing out of my universe. Stroke Generations, stroke Reveal the Shield, massive, for a little while. And now I have him. From Glory Dory, who I met and who was tall and has very long hair. He's really nice. He has lovely, I can't show you, I've just noticed he's got really nice light piping. And I've got the Ravage. Sit, kitty, sit. He's very nice, I like him. I'm not so bothered about the Ravage. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Why would I keep Ravage next to Hound? Unless he was in a cage and Hound was making faux pictures of air bases and all the Autobots were going to wear lab coats and be 40-foot scientists. Transformers United tracks! I had to. I'm sorry. I've said to myself a couple of times now, Dave, you're not going to go and buy all the moulds because you've already got them. And it's difficult to appreciate all the stuff that I've already got. I've got quite a lot of stuff in a very short space of time. And one of the things I enjoy about several of my figures is either A, not many other people have them, which pleases me in a kind of very self-indulged, love me kind of way. And the other way is if there's a story behind the purchase of it. If I hadn't been able to find it for ages, and the day that they finally got it in Toys R Us or the shop down the road, or I met someone who was going to send me something, you know. But if you suddenly go, oh, I've just got toys, they lose their glorious shine through anonymity of being bought with other stuff at the same time. I couldn't resist this. Look, as I look, it just, except for that bit which I can't get it to sit properly. But it's beautiful. The paint on it is just glorious. I'm not even going to transform it. I don't think I'm going to turn it into tracks. I think I'm going to keep it in this mode and put the other tracks stood next to him, because this is so much about the paint and the colour scheme on the legs that you'd miss it if it was in bot mode. Transformers! Beast machines! Light scream! I have strong opinions about this toy, mainly that I absolutely fucking love it. Except for one little thing. What's that one little thing, I hear you say? Well, the little thing is that. His physique, his face, he has, let me see if I can get you in a little bit closer by closing down the enormous wings. Big robots, yes. His head, he has the hair and face of a dork. He looks like a really nerdy 1980s school kid. He looks like he was going to get bullied in the playground. It's not good. What is good is when you put him in bat mode, which I will do a review of him at some point because his lights are still working and I've got the 3 discs that go in his chest. The bat, this is silly. It's like a bat version of something silly. The bat mode is horrific in a really amazing way. The bat mode would give you nightmares at night. The robot mode just looks a bit tall and spindly. He looks like he'd be a World War II Tiger Moth aeroplane pilot. He looks like he'd sit there and go, "What, old chaps, I'm going down the pub for an ale." Whereas the bat version, the bat end of it, would just go, "I'm going to kill you and suck your blood," which wouldn't really fit the sort of dynamic because he's an Autobot or a Maximal or a whatever they're called. He's a goodie. I couldn't go long without buying a little bit of DOTM. Ironhide! Woo! I can't get it back into a car. I can't get it back into a car. I can get it 99% into a car, and then it looks like a crooked old jigsaw that a 6-year-old put together where nothing quite lines up properly and you've just made it fit by banging the pieces together hard instead of they actually fit. I can't get it back into a car. One of these! I don't want to have to take it off to find the buttons. Ah!
I am Optimus Prime and I sound like a Cyberman. Really?
I am Optimus Prime. Autobots, transform and roll out.
Although, to be fair, Helen got the Bumblebee one, and the Bumblebee one's loads better. I am the disappointment. And now for something completely different. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep swimming. Beast Wars Depth Charge. What does my hair look like? I don't know. I'll check it out in the beautiful chrome going on, which I love, I like. But I'm missing a tail, and I've got no shooties to go inside there. I've got the shooties I don't care about. They're only going to get lost. I'm wondering if the shooties from Night Scream are going to fit inside here. They quite possibly possibly will. That would be good. Not really that worried. But I'm missing a tail. So, if you're one of the geeky people that came up to me while I was at auto assembly and said, "You're Spuzno," or "You're SMS number 1," or my favourite one that I had while all the time I was there was, "You're the funniest thing on YouTube," and you've got a spare tail, send it. That was a horrible, blatant blag. But I need a tail. Dodie's got one. Dodie said he's got one. I don't know who he's going to go. I tried to steal Dodie's Viking hat when he was wearing one on Saturday night, and my only advice to you I've got for everyone who ever watches this, ever, whether it be today, tomorrow, or 6 years' time, doesn't bother me. Don't steal Dodie's hat when he's got a skinful. He doesn't like it. Energon tidal wave with little airplane man whose name I can't remember. I like. I've not transformed any of these, by the way, either because I don't know how to do them and I have to do some homework, and that's fine, because that's the kind of crap that I really enjoy with Transformers. Is if I've got it and I don't know how to do it, I'll watch a video, I'll educate myself, I'll have a go, I'll get frustrated, I'll swear at it for a little while. When it doesn't work, I'll want to drop kick it through a window, so I'll put it down, leave it alone, have a whiskey, come back in half an hour, and when you're tipsy it all seems to work slightly better. Staying with a little Unicron trilogy, something I said a while ago that I really want to kiss and hug and touch inappropriately on video. The spaceship mode on this thing's absolutely... Scorponok. I like the fact you can see a speaker through his tail. I don't know if his sound and lights work. I might only get the batteries. Apparently it's got the missiles that go in here. It is complete. But when I was watching Energon, and yes, some of you may be asking if I've had any kind of therapy or help since then. No, but I didn't get to the end of it. I couldn't do it. Gerard, Wolfgang, he watched all of it right. I got to like episode 37, 38, and I was starting to self-harm and thought I had to sort of leave it alone. And staying on track, Optimus Prime! Need I say more? I'm partial to a bit of red, white and blue. And in here you've got red, white, blue, orange and yellow. And a porky bit. He's a little porky pie. Wing sabers. Donate me your wing sabers. Please. I'm willing to pay money. Adam! Sell me your wing saber after you gloated horribly about how you've got one and I haven't. You must be bored of yours by now. Come on. Come on. No, don't look at me like that. Just hand her over. I have got its trailer as well. Ironhide! I sat at the table with gravity holding me down, because other than that I would have just fallen off because I was hungover and feeling quite squiffy. So I've got Ironhide, cheeky young scamper muffin that he is, sat next to me. Everyone, do you know who's got the most amount of disdain for this? Sammy. Hates this toy to such an extent that he really, in the nicest possible way, doesn't understand why they bothered wasting the plastic. I've got to find out how his voice chip works as well. Apparently there's a speaker in there which makes noises. I shall explore. I will endeavour to go forth and teach myself new things. £4? Yes, thank you very much. Shh, don't tell anyone, but this bit's about 2 hours after I did the other bit, because I forgot to talk about the fact that I've now got a monkey. And he's got his swords, but he's missing his missiles, but it doesn't matter, because I don't like missiles and only moves to lose them later on. The light's probably different behind me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Bear with me. Galaxy Convoy! Hey! I said I wanted a Galaxy Convoy. Oh, and I'm like, oh, I've got 2 of the 3 things that I really wanted. This gun comes out and turns into a gun. And I've got all of the other stuff that goes with him in a little bag. This was big up Matty Boo, Lord of Time, who put me in touch with Stu Dark Ages, who did me a glorious price on it. Very, very pleased. And I'd like to say that you're both very sexy, virile men, and I want to touch your inappropriateness. Just thank you. Make your own inappropriate joke here. But I've got this! Woo! Again, I don't know how the lights and sounds work. I haven't really played with it all for lot. I really ought to, because obviously to go with this, what use is a Galaxy Convoy without a motherfucking sonic bomber with all the bits? Yes, these are missing, but only because they're the swords in Optimus's hand at the moment. What more could I say? It was a grail. It was a cup of God, and I went and found it and drank from it so far, and it tastes wonderful. People's eyebrow. And last, but by no means least, something I didn't think I was going to get, and something that hung heavily on my heart, because I'd asked around. I'd said to people, have you seen one? Have you seen one? Have you seen one? And they all went, no, you'll be bloody lucky. I spoke to Dom, the action figure man guy beast, who dressed up as Big D and tried to do bad things to me. I didn't think I was going to get one of these, and I was fine. I was sad but accepting that at 11:30 on Sunday it was time to go, and I'd packed all my bag up, and we were just about to go down to the foyer and say, so long, thanks for all the fish. And the melon runs up behind me and says, Dave! And I went, what? And she went, Dave! And I went, what? And she went, I got you a fucking Megatron! Squeak! To such a massive extent. Actually, that's a total lie. I was really hungover and I was borderline grateful. I'm actually very, very squee, but struggling to really express my squealiness. I'm also very conscious this is going to be a long video. I love him. I love him like I would love my own slave bitch in the bedroom where I can do things. It's Transmetal 2 Megatron. It's something that I've been talking about for a very, very long time. And I didn't think I was going to get one, and that just magically appeared out of nowhere. Bearing in mind it was brought to me on the balcony at like 20 to 12 on Sunday, and we had to be out of there at 12 o'clock. How I've got it, I don't know. I'm very grateful. Have I paid for it? I don't know. I hope so, or not, or whatever. So I might owe money to someone for it. It just sort of arrived, and they went, here, Dave, this is yours. And I went, thank you. If I have stolen it currently, please let me know. I know who it was purchased from, so if I get 1,000 texts going, you owe me 50 quid, then I'll know you're all a bunch of stinking liars.
It's stuck on my head. Ow. Big up your bad selves. Ow.